Today on Beyond,
There's been a fire, and I think Zach's dead.
a terrible fire took her son. Now, for the sake of herself and her other sons, she wants to know why.
There's times where I'll be walking in a crowd, and I'll look, and I keep looking, and I know I'm not gonna find him.
Plus, travel plans are being made for this woman, but a spirit is doing the booking from beyond.
Well, she's saying Italy, 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 and she's screaming. She's going to go with you. I know that. She won't take up much room. Don't worry.
Today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all of you here. Thank you very much for coming here today. And all of you at home watching, thank you. I'd like to start over here if I might, all right? Is there someone that lost someone named Frederick or Freddie? Frederick or Freddie? Was that your husband or brother?
No, it was an uncle.
Uncle. Did he leave you any money or did he leave you something from his estate or something?
Indirectly?
Okay, I don't know. Are there daughters involved in his life?
No,
Okay, who was the daughter? Were you like a daughter to him?
I was.
Okay, that's where I want to come to. Okay, I want to say Frederick or Freddie.
Uncle Freddie.
He keeps on talking to me about you're the daughter to him he never had. And he wants to show his appreciation to you for that, okay? He's also talking to me about a cruise or a cruise ship or going on a cruise. And I don't know if you understand this too? Okay.
Absolutely.
You understand? Are you related, all of you? Good. Would you mind standing too? Okay. But I don't know what this cruise thing means, but he's talking about that. Are you you're his niece?
I'm the niece.
Okay, so you know him too. Oh, I don't know how to explain this to you, except that it feels as if you're more family to him than his family. I got to tell you that. And I feel I disown some of them, but I keep you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I hope so,
It
because
really
doesn't make
does.
sense to me. Is your mother also passed over?
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's a female who says mother to you. And she's singing her heart out. She wants to sing her heart out.
Yes.
And she said, I always love to sing. And she's continuing to sing, okay? It's interesting because she's talking about people forgiveness and she's finding out what that's all about.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Good, because I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just the medium. She always wanted to travel, and now she's getting her chance.
Oh,
and she
good.
said, I couldn't do it when I was alive. I had too many responsibilities. And she said, now I'm able to travel.
That's awesome.
Okay,
That's-
does that make sense
yes,
to you there?
It does.
Because she's being able to go to Italy, she's talking to me about. She always wanted to go to Italy. She's about Italy, Italy, Italy.
That's where I'm
I don't know if you,
on my cruise.
did you go to Italy on the cruise?
I'm going on it in a month.
Are you going to Italy on the cruise? Well, she's saying Italy, 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 and she's screaming. She's going to go with you. I know that. She won't take up much room. Don't worry. I understand that. She's telling me she had a very difficult life, a very hard life. She's very proud of you and that you are helping people and you're volunteering with helping people.
Yes.
You volunteer. You know, your volunteer work that you do is never unnoticed. Do you understand that? You have to understand this, okay? You have a wonderful gift of bringing healing and joy to people because you, your mother, is going on to telling me that you are someone who is gifted or you can see the good in someone and you bring it out. I'm going to leave you with that.
Thank
okay?
you so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you very much.
Is there anyone who lost a son who has his hair in an envelope? Cut his hair and put it in an envelope? It feels like there was an impact with an accident of some sort, and that's how the person passed over.
We're from Arizona here, all of us.
Okay, then let me come here. Did you lose a son, please?
Yes.
Okay. Was there an accident involved, please?
Yes.
Okay. That's where I want to come to, okay? Yes, I hear you. Thank you. There's a son connection here, very strong.
Yes.
I'm being told about... there's a car accident. There's some kind of an accident here. Understand that?
It's a motorcycle accident.
Okay, did a motorcycle hit something or did... Hold on, wait, let me tell you. Hold on. Go on, slow down. There's so much grief and there's so much emotion here with this situation. And your son is there with a lot of family members here, okay? There's also a father figure that's passed over,
Yes.
okay? And it's your father who's passed over, or
Yes,
and
my
his is
father.
still alive,
No,
right?
his
His
father's
father's passed over?
as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can somebody his father figure he's with? He's with a father? Is that your father or his father?
It could be either both.
Okay, now
his
I like,
father-
okay. It's so emotional that I have to let him just calm down because it's so heavy here. Got you, thank you, okay. Your father's passed over and your father's here as well. His father was there when he arrived, does that make sense? Because he's talking about meeting him or met his father. His father died after he died?
His father died after he died.
Okay. I also want to go to the chest area, okay,
Yes.
with a heart condition with a father, because that's
Yes.
being told to give you validation for that, okay?
Yes.
That's his father passed with a heart, okay?
Yes.
He's with him, he came and he met him. He met his father when his father passed over. He keeps on saying, I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there. He was at a place where he should not have been.
Yes, he was.
Okay?
Yes,
And
he
he was
was.
warned about being in that place, not going there, and he shouldn't have been there. You okay? You know what we're going to do? And I'm going to let you calm down a little bit. I'm going to leave you with that.
Thank
okay?
you so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you.
I want to say Frederick or Freddie.
Who is Freddie? Because he seemed to really want to come through when James was doing the reading.
That's my Uncle Freddie, great uncle, and Lisa's great uncle. He called me his pet, and I think I was his favorite. I know I was. He was a very important part of my upbringing and always looked after me.
She's singing her heart out.
Mom was, she had a lot in her heart and her spirit to sing about. It did not come out often.
She's talking about people forgiveness, and she's finding out what that's all about.
I think that it was Mother's message to our family that we really need to know about forgiveness.
And that you are helping people, and you're volunteering with helping people.
We both
We
do
both-
volunteer
You
work
both
in
do.
different ways.
I work with children.
How did you feel about that from James?
Well, astonished that he would know that.
Can you tell us about the accident? What exactly happened with him?
My two sons had a head-on collision, and my one son was killed, and the other was injured but survived it.
He keeps on saying, I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there.
His older brother and his friends had gone out riding earlier in the afternoon. So they were saying, come on, Chris, let's go. Chris said no, and he stayed behind. And about an hour later, I heard him fire up his bike and leave. And I know, because Chris didn't have any of his gear on, he just went putting around to see where the guys were. They had no idea he was there. They were on one side of the hill, they came up, Chris was putting up the other side of the hill, and he and his brother met at the top of the hill and had a head-on.
So after this reading today, how do you leave here? What do you feel? What do you take away?
I take away the knowledge that he isn't gone.
I'm so happy to hear
I
that.
am so grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe somebody was fooling around a gas can or a lawnmower. It combusted and started an explosion.
He died in a suspicious fire, and his mother and brother faced two troubling questions. Is he at peace? And what went so horribly wrong? Next, on Beyond.
A young man wakes up in the middle of the night, surrounded by smoke and flames, his family powerless to save him. It's a nightmare that actually happened to the mother and son you're about to meet. I have to stress the piece you're about to see was taped before the show. No one in our studio, including James, has seen it. This is Pam and Troy's story.
It was after a local football game, so Zach had a couple friends over, and I was doing my homework at the dining room table. And the hours passed, and some of his friends started to filter out. And I went into the living room, and he was asleep on the couch. So I woke him up, and I told him to get upstairs to his bed. And then I went to bed, and the next thing I remembered, flames were lapping in my head, and smoke was filling the entire house. So I ran outside to see what was going on, because I just thought the blinds were on fire. It didn't look that bad. But as I ran outside, I saw the whole side of the house was up in flames.
I don't remember what time it was, but I was sound asleep and the phone rang. And Troy said, "Mom, there's been a fire and I think Zach's dead." There's times where I'll be walking in a crowd and I'll look and I keep looking and I know I'm not gonna find him. If James is successful today, I hope to hear something for Troy that no one knows but him and Zach. And truthfully, I think we'll give Troy the proof where Zach is at, because I know where he's at. And I think Troy needs that proof, and that's where it'll come from.
Hi, Pam. Hi, Pam. James Simprog. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And you're Troy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know you're here because your son passed away, your brother, and it was in a fire.
Yes.
Okay. As I was sitting here, I felt a young man behind me, so I believe it's him. And I was going around, goofing around with you here, so. Okay, hold on. Let me just see what I get here. Anyone named Bill? Billy?
Yeah, it's actually his father, my dad.
Okay, well, he's given me this name, right? This is validation for you. Yeah, okay. He loves him, and I don't think you guys you don't live together anymore, do you?
No.
1, 2, 3. I know there were 3 altogether in the family, right? So about 3 people, 3 kids or
I have
something.
3 sons.
Okay, 3 kids he's talking about. Who plays the drums?
Derek plays guitar and I sing. For a
Okay.
band, so.
Was that him, your brother?
Zach, he didn't.
Who
play
played the
anything.
drums? Are you you're in a band?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
Hold on. Did you need to get a new drum player?
Yeah, he actually just quit.
He just
about
told
a
me
week
that.
ago.
He just told me that. He just told me that he's helping you find a new drum
I
player.
hope so. They're hard to find.
And he's telling me that you were writing a song for him. And he wants to thank you for writing the song for him. You know about that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see something in an envelope which you put somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a coffin or
Yeah, I think it was in his coffin.
with an envelope.
Yeah, I
you put
wrote
it
on
in there?
something. Yeah.
Okay. But he wants to thank you for that, Troy. That meant a lot to him.
Okay.
A lot of times people will stand at the end of their coffins and they'll watch. They will watch. Many times they do that because it's hard for them sometimes to believe they're passed out of the physical world because they look fine, they feel fine. Because you're dead. I'm not dead. I would look fine. But they have to show them. I mean, I can't tell you the brother's love because he loves you, and he said he doesn't want you to have any regrets of things. He kept on thinking of things you didn't do or say to him after he's passed over, okay? And he wants you to don't do that to yourself. Hold on. He's talking to me about some kind of a website which is designed for him,
Okay, he has 2 of them actually.
and it says in memory of or something on a
Yeah.
website.
It does.
You understand that? Okay. You're just telling me.
Okay.
Okay? Just as validation to you.
All right.
Flying dreams, the flying dreams. He's talking about the flying dreams. It's about flying dreams. And I don't know what that means, but do you know?
My sister actually almost had like an out-of-body experience.
And weren't they
and
flying or something?
She said, that's exactly right. She said she felt like she was flying and she was afraid, but yet she knew that Mikey and Zach were there.
Was there an explosion involved here at all?
They think maybe that his friends were smoking on the back porch and maybe they flicked the cigarette butt and it didn't explode like initially, but
There's an explosion involved here.
I believe that.
There's definitely an explosion here. He shows me poof, like that.
Okay.
I've seen fires.
Alright.
And I know when there's a fire and there's an explosion, but something's
Okay.
exploded.
Okay.
He's also talking about getting together, I don't know, on the weekends or something, all of you got together. I know this is video, you hung out, watched the videos, and this sounds really weird.
Music.
All the time. And we, I don't know if we wanted the big screen TV, or they was talking about getting this big screen TV and wanting that. You understand that? Okay. And acting out. I mean, acting out the musical things, you know, like, you know, air guitar and the whole bit. You know, this whole thing. This is what he's showing me, okay? The passing is quick. It's not a suffering type of thing, okay? Who has the picture of the band or a band member or a poster
That's probably me.
in your room?
Yeah, that was our favorite band.
There's a poster of a band. I don't know if it's over the bed, but it's right.
Yeah, right up top of my band.
There it is. She's showing me. Okay? And I think they hang from the walls. That's like, you know, typical kid's room, but there it is. And there are some things on the wall. He's swinging. He's swinging.
I have a couple angels on ropes and stuff.
I know, that are hanging.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? If you see them swinging, it's your brother playing with you. You understand that?
Yeah.
I think you know that already.
I figured, yeah.
You know that he's watching over you. You know that. We're really proud of you. And he has a wicked sense of humor. And he's finding out that he shouldn't have used it as much as he did at times. And he wants to give Dad his love. He wants to give Dad love as well. Please give Dad his love.
Sure.
And you're going to be either traveling the world or seeing the world, and he's going to be with you.
Okay.
Okay? All right, I'll leave you with that. Okay? Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Like that.
I believe somebody was fooling around a gas can or a lawnmower.
Reflections on this new information when Pam and Troy react to the reading. Next on Beyond. Pam and Troy have had their reading, and James was able to contact Zach, the son and brother who died in a mysterious fire at the family home.
You're going to be either traveling the world or seeing the world, and he's going to be with you.
Okay.
Now they're ready to react to the reading and reflect on the information James has communicated.
Okay, Troy, when James connected with your brother, he talked about you needing a drummer for your band. That's sort of an odd thing for him to talk about, isn't it? Were you surprised by that?
I was very surprised. My drummer actually quit about 2 weeks ago, so it's kind of hard to find a drummer in our area, so we're like frantically searching. So I was actually very surprised.
And I see something in an envelope.
During his funeral, I actually wrote a song for him and I put that in his coffin.
Was that something you did at the spur of the moment?
It was,
or?
yes.
He's talking to me about some kind of a website.
A web designer actually contacted me and said, you know, it's something that I do to help as a healing process. I'd like to do a whole website for your son as a gift.
Flying Dreams, the Flying Dreams.
My sister had a dream, a very vivid dream, and she felt like it was an out-of-body experience, that she was flying.
There's definitely an explosion here. He shows me poof, like that.
I believe somebody was fooling around a gas can or a lawnmower. And that's how I think it got started. And I think it combusted and started an explosion.
And that's the explosion you think James made reference
Yes,
to?
I'm sure of it. As soon as he said that, I knew it.
You're dead. I'm not dead. I would look fine.
To think that he passed on is hard for me because he was such a life force. I totally question whether he knew he did pass on.
There are some things in the world. He's swinging.
We had a benefit concert for him, and before the benefit concert, I went out and he liked stars a lot, so I found this golden wire angel with stars on it. So I hung that from my mic stand, and I just kind of hung on to that after the show, and I have it hanging from my blinds now at home.
And you mentioned him being with you on the plane.
We were so far up, and I looked and I saw this white thing coming down, and I followed it, and I said to my husband, I wonder what that was, being so many thousand feet up in the air. And it was just, I don't know, we get so many, you know.
Signs that he's
Oh,
around.
very much so, very much so.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.
Just thinking about your reading with Pam and Troy, it seems like with some people you connect so quickly, like with them, and others it takes you longer to get there. What is it about Pam and Troy today that connected you so quickly?
Oh, it's all different. I mean, that's the varied part of this work, because sometimes the people are very open to receiving. Sometimes the spirit is very open and very emotional. There's a very
So if
strong-
I don't believe,
that
then you
blocks
have a hard
things.
time
Sure,
doing a
because you're not
reading?
open and it's blocking. So if they're just open, they don't have to necessarily believe, but as long as they're open-minded, that's fine, because then the spirit can really work with that energy.
then
And
you
when
would
there's
have a hard time reading me.
I don't want to read you. And, you know, there's a hard, but let me tell you something. When someone's very emotional, when there's an emotional need with like the parent and his brother, that really helps that spirit, gives them energy to come through.
Right.
And when there's emotional need from him to get the message that he's okay, because he wants them to know that, that's really important, that really helps. Now his brother Troy, he's able to move on with his life. And so is Mom. I mean, there was closure provided, and that's the most important thing. And
That
that's-
is the most important
and that's
thing.
why I do the work I do. So, thank you very much for watching us again today, and we see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
do get things that come through, and it can be for somebody else.
Many times it happens.
Because
Sure.
my grandfather's Walter,
Walter,
and he's passed
yeah.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
There was a child named Scotty, and he was real bright skinned. He was real light. He had like curls with green eyes. And he was shot on the bus in his head. And he made me think about it.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's around you then. Maybe he's around you.